if you would have given me a vote, I would have voted for Freddie. It's just all that will. I don't think that will ever not be a crazy thing to be said.
There were very few that were like negative towards you, more so just like, Freddie should have won, not like Bobby's trash or whatever.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people are congratulating you and DMing you and being super nice and whatever, and then the equal, maybe this time around, if not more people were like bashing you. It didn't really feel like I won.
Hey everyone, this is the Eden Pod, and we're on with Bobby Johnson again. This is the first episode since he won Ink Master. Deanna's out of the studio today, so we also have Taylor Phelps filling in as a co-host. So yeah, enjoy.
I want to take a second to talk about Allegory ink. I've been using Allegory black ink for some time now, and it's been the best black ink I've ever used. It's really consistent, really black, and I haven't used anything else since. They also have Ultra Black if you need that extra punch. Use the code EDEN20 for 20% off your order.
Dude, episode 3.
2 wasn't enough,
No.
You had
No,
two, I only had one.
Well, now you have
I
2.
won.
Well, now you have 2.
I got mine too.
It's actually 0.5 each.
Yeah, split it.
But yeah, we had to do an episode now that you've won Ink Master. Cat's out of the
Oh
bag.
yeah, I always forget about that.
You know what's funny too is the last episode we recorded, and a peek behind the curtain. We're so far behind on podcast episodes. Like we have got like 3 or 4 recorded as of now that like aren't out yet. So this will come out in like a couple months. But
Sick.
the one we recorded before this was Aaron Davis.
Oh, dude, yes.
And I wasn't there for that one, so Nicole filled in for me. And Taylor's filling in for Deanna on this one. And the next one we're recording is going to be with Holly and Katie. And I'm just going to let them do a girls thing for that one. So
That's
it'll
sick.
be like 3 episodes.
That's like a
without
cool. It's like
me
it's like
and Deanna.
I like stuff like that. I like switch ups. Like I don't know if you guys have ever listened to Two Bears One Cave, but like Tom and
The unfunny guy.
I like Bert. Tom and Bert like do like
Dude,
separate
I-
episodes
Do you know what
now.
I'm talking about?
I think
I'm
they're both
so
funny.
unfamiliar with this
He's,
podcast.
he's funny on the podcast, but otherwise I don't think he's funny.
Okay, well.
Tom is fucking hilarious.
Oh, dude, yeah. But I like how they do like split. It's like the same show, but they'll do episodes without each other.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool. It's like a switch up, you know?
Well, I think it's cool because everyone here is really cool. So yeah, hopefully we'll get like more Eden people on the podcast. I also want to. We still have some Eden artists that we haven't interviewed on the podcast yet that I really want to do. But also we're so far behind on podcast episodes that I don't want to commit to once a week because that would be a lot. I don't want to like get bogged down,
Yeah, yeah.
So now we just record and then like 2 years later the
Yeah,
episode
there it
comes
drops.
out.
Yeah, dude. So back to Aaron real quick. That's one of my favorite people. Like,
Yeah, I
he's-
haven't spent too much time with him, but he seems awesome.
Dude, just such a cool dude. I remember it was like day 1 or maybe 2 of shooting Ink Master, and we were in the they call it holding, and he's eating what I thought was called a croissant, and he goes, "Oh man, croissant, top 5 bread," and I was like, "Okay,
Like a
walk me
crouton?
through that." And he was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "What are your top 5 breads?" And then he like ranked bread, and I was like, "Dude, that's
Wait, did
so
he
sick."
really?
What was one?
I cannot remember. I was just so thrown by A, the fact that he had like a ranking for
Yeah.
bread, which now I rank breads, and B,
sure.
he called it a croissant. And I just like threw everyone, and it was full cast. I'm pretty sure. No, because it was he was still there, so it was full cast, and everyone just saw Aaron rank bread, and it was like I was like, this guy's the best.
Well, now I need to know what his ranking
I know,
is.
Yeah.
I know. I wish I remembered. but-
What's your ranking for bread?
okay? So there's this Japanese bread in.
Japan.
Well, I think it hails from there for sure. But in San Diego, there's a Japanese bakery.
Switzerland.
There's a Japanese bakery in San Diego, and they have an egg salad sandwich, and it's got like this it's equal parts bread to egg salad sandwich to bread, and it is crazy.
Is it like that super cloudy, fluffy?
Oh my god! Literally, I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's like clouds. Even the crust feels cloudy. It's just like I don't know what the fuck they're
Sold.
doing in Japan. But they're just like, we need to dial everything in, and then they just do everything better than
Including
everyone. our bread is not good enough. And then they made that. And you're like, okay, well, yep, that's number one bread. I can't imagine what a fucking peanut butter and jelly tastes like on that bread. It would be unreal. And I know that there's people out there that are like, it's number one.
Yeah.
And then honestly, 2 through 5 can be whatever you want because that's number one.
Deanna's number one would definitely be biscuits.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely a bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. Do you make
What-
biscuits
from-
with yeast?
From where?
Probably. Where are the biscuits from?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
The clouds.
Any biscuit's
Clouds.
a good
Cloud.
biscuit.
Okay, I got number 2.
Okay.
It is definitely the bread from Cane's.
Oh.
Yeah, the
fuck.
Texas toast.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only problem that I have with it is that they don't toast both sides.
I was just about to say that. The disappointment when you get it and the top side is so crunchy and then
Yeah.
But maybe you get cloud bread on the. It's not. I want them both.
Yeah, still, but dipping it in that cane sauce.
I
hits.
know,
And the little
dude.
sesame
I
seeds.
remember the first time. So, first of all, I know that you guys tuned into this podcast because you thought you were going to get some more insight on
Tats.
us as tattooers and
Think again.
business owners or whatever.
Wrong.
We're actually here to rank
Cane's
bread. So, hold on a second. We got to get to the bottom of this before we get off this bread thing because specifically Cane's is like, I saw someone dip their bread in Cane's sauce like the second or third time I was at Raising Cane's, and I was like, what a fucking psychopath. And now you better believe I'm
Oh,
cleaning the
dude.
cup with my bread.
Yes.
I'm doing a
Bro.
little scrape, and
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Oh, bro.
Here's the correct way. I won't say correct way, my way, but
Your
also
way.
the correct way to order Cane's, right? You get the box combo. Fuck the coleslaw, you don't need that. You
Double
get 2
sauce.
slices of bread
Oh,
Fuck right.
fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
and double sauce. Douse everything in it. Fucking.
Oh, you just wait. You pour it on like
No.
loaded fries.
I can see how that was confusing.
Okay.
No, but you just let the fries, the
Yeah,
bread,
yeah.
the chicken, you let it just swim in there.
I like my
Get
chicken
pruny.
dry. I will just eat the chicken as is, but I will take my fries and my bread and rip off little bite-sized pieces of equal fried bread and dip that shit.
You
dude.
don't dip the chicken in the cane sauce?
I will eat it while the cane. We'll eat it while the cane sauce is still like in the
Oh, my God.
So it's like a cocktail.
so that the tinder is not soggy.
Okay, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
I go
Oh,
chicken
no, I
first,
just-
chicken
When
first,
I
chicken
eat
first,
fries,
fry.
I just squirt the ketchup in, and then I eat the fry.
You just take a bite of the chicken
Yeah.
and then like sip the cane sauce.
Yeah, okay, dude. It's like on.
Can I get an extra straw, please?
All right, I'm getting extra
Oh my
nerdy, and
God.
the only person that may have seen what I'm talking about is Lexi, and even then, Mashal, he's like fighting. It's anime. Sorry, guys. He's fighting a guy, and he's like, everyone knows that that's too much. That's too much tartar sauce. And he's like, you fool! Can't you tell that I'm putting fried shrimp on my tartar sauce? And that's how I feel about cane sauce. I'm sprinkling chicken tender
Chicken
on my
tenders.
cane sauce. You know what I mean?
There are some people out there that don't like canes. And none of them like cane sauce, which is the problem because like just the chicken by itself is
Yeah.
like
Right. It's super
Also,
mid.
Cane's, Lane's, and Zaxby's chicken.
I've
I'm pretty
never-
sure all 3 of those are from the same chicken recipe concoction.
I've never been to Lane's or Zaxby's.
But some people will
Zaxby's-
be like, I fucking love Zaxby's, and they're like, screw Cane's, I hate it.
No.
I'm like, well, you don't get the chicken.
They're
Then.
just being
you might get a
haters.
salad, and that's why you like it.
It's
I don't
similar
know.
to people. I don't care if you like this. It's fine. But they're like, you can't change your keyboard color with an iPhone. So you're like, that's like their reason for having a
What?
not an iPhone. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. Like they're just like hard stance.
Yeah.
Like iPhone could like fly you everywhere. Like you could like hop on your phone and it will fly you to your destination and they'll still be like, dude, no.
I
You're
literally
like,
just
oh,
have an
okay.
iPhone because I think it's cool. I honestly feel like low-key Samsung and Android, there are other ones that are maybe better, but I would feel so insecure walking around with like an Android. Like
Yeah.
Dude,
having the green text pop up in your group chats.
that's my one argument for
Yeah.
iPhones over Androids. I'm like, Android users can
Think
be
I'm
like,
getting roasted in chat, bro?
Yeah.
bro, it'll rewind time for
Every
you.
time
I'm
you
like,
try to like a message or something, it pops up on everyone's phone. So and so liked your message.
Yeah,
It doesn't
so
just heart it.
lame.
If you've got one off-brand phone.
Yeah.
and their green bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
So tasteless.
Team iPhone.
Fucking
But
Team
I will
Zaxby.
say,
Yeah.
not a bit, the nicest thing about the iPhone is being able to AirDrop, which is a lifesaver.
Oh, absolutely.
sure.
There's like
For sure.
so
You
that's a
don't
double-edged
AirDrop on
sword.
other phones? Or obviously it's
don't
not
know.
AirDrop, but
I'll say that's a double-edged sword because everything is proprietary with Apple, which has made things really hard over the years.
Yeah.
Like the lightning cable and things. Finally, they switched to the USB-C. Like that's sick. Finally, now we can only have one charger for everything, right?
yeah.
There was something. My headphones. I have the
Air Max.
Beats the Air
whatever the
Max,
fuck,
and
yeah.
I think they're still lightning, right?
I think so.
They charge with lightning. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
the
they do.
proprietary stuff.
No, wait, no, they're the what is that?
They're
one?
C?
USB-C. Yeah.
Oh, they are C. Okay.
Yeah,
I just got them,
I
and I
think
only used
so.
them once because it hurt my head. Anyway, the proprietary stuff is obnoxious, but it is things like the AirDrop that's so sick.
Yeah.
Like we could all just link, and it's just like
like
versus
magic.
I have to text clients photos, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool, I'll just send you everything, and then it's like, no,
Well,
Yeah.
do it one at a time. Like,
yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
biggest thing with it is video, mostly.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you try to text somebody a video, especially if you're, like, shooting with the quality that we
Well, I was
do,
gonna
like,
say it
it'll
also doesn't
completely
lose
fuck-
quality
It's
even on
tiny,
the
right?
photos
Yeah.
because you'll send it and it's like a little bit grainier. But if you AirDrop it,
The photos,
problem.
the photos you can get away with, like, a texted iMessage photo, I feel like most of the time. But, like, with a video, no way. You got to AirDrop that shit or put it in Dropbox or something like that. Yeah, anyway, so episode 3. Now it's post Ink Master. We all knew you were going to win.
it is wild to me that first of all, I didn't realize how often I was going to get recognized. Constantly. It's cool. It's really cool, but other times, like I walked into a gas station the other day. 2 instances within like 2 different days. I walk into a gas station and some lady goes, "You look so familiar. Do I look familiar?" And I was like, "No, sorry." And she was like, "Huh, you look so familiar." And I wasn't gonna be like,
I'm
know
on
me from
TV.
"You
TV.
might have saw me on TV," because then she's like, "Whoa, what show?" And then I'm like, "Ink Master." She's like, "Oh no," and then I'm embarrassed. You know what I mean?
definitely not.
So I don't know, even still, if she
Maybe you just look
recognized
like-
me from whatever.
yeah.
Maybe I just look like one of her kids' friends or something. I don't know. And then, like 2 days later, my son and I are in a gas station. I walk up to the counter and I'm like, "Hey man, do you have any hand sanitizer?" And he goes, "No." Dude, you look exactly like that guy from Ink Master.
No,
And
Bobby, I,
was like,
don't have any hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like,
and I was like, "I am that guy from Ink Master." And he's like, "Oh."
He's like,
And
well,
then-
in that
House.
case,
Yeah.
we do have some hand
Oh.
sanitizer.
And then he just gives
Yeah.
me some of his. So the other day we were actually also in, I know this, I'm going on a tangent, but we're eating sushi, and we're out at the sushi bar. We go to this spot at home. We've only gone a couple times, but we went recently, and we sit at the table. He's like, "What do you guys have?" I'm like, "Dude, just do like your thing." That's what I like. Is like, just I love anything you're gonna do. I'm
Omakase.
going to
Yeah.
do it unless it's like, I don't like rolls. Like I don't like a bunch of like
Yeah.
shit.
give me
in
like
the
a
roll.
crazy volcano roll with like 20 sauces
Yeah,
on it
don't
and
want
every
that.
single kind of fish you got.
Yeah. I want every single fish you got, but separately,
separately.
and like sexy.
Yeah.
Like I need it like just a sliver
Need
of
her
fish.
laid out on a bed of
maybe on some
rice.
rice, and then like you jazz it up with like a little bit of
Garnish.
lemon zest and like a fucking like special
Yeah.
sauce, you know. And there's so much that they can do with that. It's
Dude,
crazy.
it's insane.
Sushi chefs that can get down with like rice, fish, and then a tiny garnish. You know you're in the right spot. Anyway, so this guy's killing it, and he keeps handing us rolls. I'm with my son. We're like timing ourselves cubing, and Lauren's with us, and he like tries to get my attention, and he's like, "Hey, Bobby," and I was like, "Oh," I immediately knew. I'm like, I positive I've never told this guy my name.
Yeah.
Like I've never even seen this one. And then I'm like, I wonder if he, and then it's one of those things where I'm like,
It hits you.
no, I'm like, did I tell him my name? I'm certainly
Yeah.
not going to be like, "Oh, dude," like
You-
that's
oh, you
an
know me from-
embarrassing
Yeah.
Yeah.
instance for me. But anyway, back to Ink Master and being recognized. I didn't realize I was going to be recognized as much as I am. and it's very flattering. It's very cool. I know that that's also fleeting. It's all fleeting, but one thing that flabbergasted me the most is that a lot of people will be like, "Dude, I knew it from the first episode. I knew you were gonna win," and I'm like, it didn't feel that way. You know what I mean? Like
Like
it
you
wasn't
didn't
like
feel
I
that
was
way?
like,
Stress and
oh,
anxiety throughout the whole thing.
yeah, I've got this in the bag. I never
Yeah.
one time thought or assumed I was going to win. I didn't feel like I was going to win even in the finale. Like I talked to Ryan about this several times on several occasions, and it feels a lot like survivor's guilt, and or you feel like your friend lost. And for me, John.
Well, you and John and Freddie are friends.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So then, but then, like I mean, I always say it, like if you would have given me a vote, I would have voted for Freddie. But I love him as a human. I love his tattoos. I love everything about him. So when you then win, you don't. It's not like, yes, I finally won. I feel it. I'm feeling, whatever. It's not a. It doesn't feel as like exciting as even if you watch back, like people are like, will say like fucking crazy things to me on the internet. And I'm like, why don't you go back and watch my reaction to winning?
Yeah.
It certainly doesn't look like a fucking, yes, I did it. Like I was just like,
Boom.
what is
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
I even told Freddie in the back. He was like panicking about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I put my hands on his shoulders and I was like, dude, you're like the only one in the building that hasn't realized you've won. Because they haven't told
You
us
said
yet.
that.
I told that to him, and he was like, I don't know. And I was just like, that's how unsure I was about winning.
Yeah.
Like, I just was like, I was so sure he won. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's what's crazy about when people are like, I knew it. I knew from the first episode, and then you crushed all. And I'm like, dude, I had so many tattoos that I wish I could have redone, or I would have done this differently, or especially, but not limited to, my very, very last tattoo. But
Was
that
the Baroque style one? Kind
yeah, it
of?
was just like the older, like vintage painting looking tattoo. That was, I mean, I've done lady face tattoos that demolish that tattoo. Like, and you can't tell from an outsider's perspective, or maybe it's just me that could tell, but I tried so many different things in that tattoo that it's now led me to all the work that I'm currently doing that I'm keeping a secret. But it's all because of that tattoo.
Because it's something you're tattooing.
Yeah.
So why would you show anybody?
Right. Why would I show
So
anyone the
special
tattoos that I
line.
do when I could just make funny skits all day?
Or I
could
show
just
you
make
and I can
skits.
just talk about it and allude to something special happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, yes. But one day I'll show tattoos to people, but the tattoos that I'm currently doing are all derived from not only what I learned on Ink Master, but what I did in that tattoo. However, from a showcase perspective, I wish I would have just like gotten my own bag and just done the tattoos that I knew so well.
Yeah.
But I didn't. It's funny, you do all these tattoos that like aren't in your wheelhouse, and people are still like, he just did his style the whole time. I'm
yeah.
like, dude,
Yeah,
I
I
would
noticed
never
that.
have done that bear
Yeah.
that way. And another thing that's funny is that people will. I had a bunch of comments that were like, that bear looks funny. It looks like off. My son said it looked like a dog. Things like that. And I'm like, do you guys realize that that's why I picked this bear, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a fucking ugly white bear. Like, it's a very hard tattoo
Yeah.
to pull
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
You're just thinking that you're going to get a polar bear, and this is a very, very strange looking white bear. Anyway, so yeah, it doesn't feel like you said, I'm getting back to your comment of,
What did it feel like?
yeah, no, we knew that you were going to win,
Oh, yeah,
right?
I heard.
Didn't feel like it. Still doesn't feel like I had it in the bag, or, you know what I mean?
So I kind of want to know how you're feeling about everything. And then timeline-wise, we recorded the Christmas special right before Christmas, dropped it on Christmas Eve. So we recorded it before the finale. Then the finale happened when we dropped it a few days after the finale. And then the next episode was with Ryan, and we talked about, you winning Ink Master, but we haven't really talked about anything that's happened since then. So I want to kind of talk about how it felt when you won, because I know you're going through it for a while. So I want to talk about that, and then just see like if you are feeling any better now,
Yeah, you guys were there, so you knew that a lot was happening. I remember setting up the finale party with me, John. I had a ton of help from Sydney. Jenna, DJ's wife, helped me put some things together because she's local to Las Vegas, and some other people helped me a lot with putting everything together. But I wanted to do it with other cast members. I wanted as many people there as possible, because I wanted it to feel like it wasn't just for me, but it was for like the cast, and it was such a sick turnout. Aaron was there.
There were a lot of cast members
Sydney, Charlene's fucking great.
cast
Charlene
members-
actually helped me with a lot of stuff too. What?
Okay. Yeah, cast members and previous people.
Yeah,
from
and
the show.
previous people, and it was such a sick turnout. But I remember putting it together, and just thinking like, what if like no one shows up? And then like, there were so many fucking people there. It was crazy. It was like, so anyway, that was its own thing. And you know what's funny is I had gotten recognized like two times during all of the airing. Got recognized like 2 or 3 times. And then I went to Las Vegas, and the day before and the day of, leading up to the night, I was getting recognized everywhere I went. I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy, And then that happened, and it was emotional, whatever. And then my kids were there. We booked an event so we could have like kids and alcohol. It was like the hardest thing. We had to just make it a private event, right?
Yeah.
And then I took my kids back to the hotel, and then ran into a person that was like, "You're on Ink Master. You're on Ink Master." But like, they didn't know who won yet.
Yeah.
And that was such a weird thing to be in, because I had just won.
Yeah.
Somebody's recognizing me from the show who doesn't know. And I don't know. It was just such a weird head fuck where I'm like, I don't even know how to. I've won, but I ran into a person that I can't.
Yeah.
I'm still having to kind of keep this secret. It was just a weird little like nuance.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then the internet reacts the way that the internet reacts, and things are very divided, and for rightfully so, I think, for not only tattoo reasons but for other sensitive reasons, right? And that's a crazy thing to go through, where hundreds of people are congratulating you and DMing you and being super nice and whatever, and then the equal, maybe this time around, if not more, people were like bashing you. And it was also wild because it was on the 20th, and then the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and even on Christmas, people were like finding time in their Christmas day to like
Shit on you.
say terrible things. I'm just like, this is it doesn't feel a lot like I just won a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that like because of going through all of that, it doesn't feel as big as I think it does for other people to have won. Also because, and I hate, like, this sounds like I'm tooting my own horn, but like I've put a ton of work into tattooing and the industry before Ink Master. So like I think that like it's a huge accomplishment, but like I think the way that it happened and
do you feel like almost like it felt more like accomplishment just to get on Ink Master than it was to win it? Just because I'm assuming when you got on, people were like, "Oh fuck yeah, Bobby, he's here," and then winning, you had that weird backlash stuff.
Yeah,
too.
I don't know. I think I might be wrong here, but I think that in regards to me going, maybe, but I think me being on the show has shown other really, really incredible tattooers that have also put their time and effort into growing their giant careers that it's okay to go on. And I think that
Yeah.
I would assume this next season's going to be fucking stacked.
Loaded.
Like, very, very, very stacked, because people were like, oh, fuck. Okay, we could go on there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't think that it's just from me, but I also don't think I'll ever get any recognition for that exact thing. But I can assure you that I've gotten tons of messages from said incredible tattooers that were like, yo, dude, I'm thinking about the show, whatever. Tons of tattooers who had never
Yeah, you're kind of in like an
considered it.
advisory role now, where you can kind of
Right.
give them the lay of the land.
Right,
Hey, this
but
is
also-
what it looked like for me. This is what it did for
Yeah.
the path of my career. This is,
Yeah.
you know, you can kind of.
I would also
Play it
say
out.
that for me, in my, it's such a weird win for me specifically, because I had to pause tattooing for 2 months, and I also have just been lucky enough to be booked up for such a long time that, like, I won, and then I just went back to my regularly scheduled.
Yeah.
I literally won, shot the show, then went home and back to my regularly scheduled program,
Yeah.
and then I won to the world. And then
Yeah.
people were like,
Yeah.
dude, how has
It's
it
like new
been
news to everyone else, and you're
since-"
like, this was.
Right.
This
but then
has
they're like,
happened.
how has it been? Like, how's
Yeah.
everything been? And I'm like,
The same.
it's pretty,
Yeah.
it's the same.
Mundane.
Like, I'm just kind of tattooing the same people. And they're like, dude, have you just been crazy busy? And I'm like, I mean, I'm just tattooing the
Yeah.
same people. Like, yeah, sure. No, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't have the effect on me as, like, I think that it has on other people. And I don't
Yeah.
want to, like, dumb down the accomplishment, because it's fucking awesome and I'm super honored. But I think in the fashion and the reaction that I got from winning, at least from, like, keyboard warriors, it didn't really feel like I won.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even Freddie and I, again, we're fucking excellent friends, amazing friends. I love that guy to death. And he actually DM'd me last night. He was at, this is going to timestamp this, the Belfast convention. And he was like, been talking about you all night, babe, miss you. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Well,
I wish
yeah.
I was there, because I was supposed to be
Me
there.
too, Schnuggums.
Yeah, well, I'm not as charming as Freddie. So I'm like, we FaceTimed, and we talked about, like, all of this. And he was like, don't be sorry. Honestly, I feel like it was better for me. And he was talking about himself to lose. Like, I think that this reaction was better than winning, because he's just, like, even more support, and people are doubling down on supporting him. And, like, that's fucking sick. That's
Yeah.
a win for me, right? Even more so, I reminded, I just to recall my, my memory, if it was correct. I was like, do you remember me saying that to you in backstage? Like, backstage, saying that, like,
You're the
you're the only one who
who.
hasn't realized you've won. And he's like, yeah, I remember. And, like, that's how sure I was that he won.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting sidetracked. But, yeah, so the post Ink Master stuff has been pretty normal, except for maybe getting recognized a ton, which is super cool, super flattering. It is weird.
Have you ever had
Weirder.
anyone come up to you and say something like not so awesome?
No, but I did have people, like,
You're like, that's you, right? Oh, okay, just checking.
yeah, I did have someone say,
What's your hair care?
I think, what do you put in your hair? She like, my daughter loved you on the show, and then this was actually recently in Malta. My daughter loved you on the show. She was your favorite, and I sent her, like, a video. She was sick Friday, so I sent her a video and was just like, hey, so bummed you couldn't make it. This is from her dad's phone. Hopefully you'll come tomorrow. I hope you feel better. We'll see you soon. And then, like, she came the next day, and then the dad was like, yeah, you were her favorite. I think maybe Freddie should have won. And they gave me, like, a look, and I was like, me too. What are you doing? You know what I
Also
mean?
one of those
Wild
things,
to
it's
say.
You
Yeah.
didn't have to say that.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, dude.
Hey,
but the
She was
craziest
rooting
thing,
for you, but just so we're
Yeah.
clear, not everyone was.
yeah,
They're like,
yeah. Well,
okay.
And then also, like, I think the craziest thing, like, that's few and far between. That's the other thing too,
Yeah.
where I'm like, if it's like divided, right, and there's so many people, and the people that are coming up to me are like so happy to see me, and they're
Yeah.
so like stoked, and they're like saying things. How many fucking people see me and are like, "That's Bobby"? Because the thing is, like,
But
I
also,
always
how
say,
many people see you and they're just like, I'm gonna diarrhea my pants. I can't even make eye contact. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
So I'm a giant NBA fan, and I am also a Lakers fan, I'm just like a big NBA fan, and I really, really, really. The Warriors dynasty wasn't my favorite thing to ever happen to basketball, just because they were just crushing everyone's soul, and so I was just like, oh man, fuck Steph Curry, but like it was because he's so good, right? If I saw Steph Curry, and I don't feel this way now, I love Steph Curry, but like in those moments where I was like, fuck the Warriors, fuck Steph Curry, if I saw Steph Curry somewhere, I'd be like, that's fucking Steph Curry. It's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, so I don't know how to gauge any of that. I'm sure that some people have felt like maybe I wasn't their favorite, but they still were like, hey, dude, nice to see you, whatever. I don't know.
Well,
That's such a weird thing to
Totally.
navigate.
And I know that, to me, I feel like remembering back reading the comments, there were very few that were like negative towards you. More
Yeah.
so just like,
Towards the
Freddie
show
should have
or
won,
towards-
not
yeah.
like Bobby's trash or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But I know there were some,
Right.
the mid-master comments. But I think just the few of those, just the way it feels is like disproportionate to you a little bit.
So that taught me a bunch of stuff. Number one, please, if you're going to talk about me, even if it's negative, type my name out. So that people at Paramount, people in the world are just like, oh, people are talking about this guy.
Yeah.
It taught me that like I don't give a fuck how you talk about me. Make sure you say Bobby.
Spell it right.
Make sure
Yeah.
you say Bobby Johnson. Make sure you're talking about me so that people talk about me. I don't care. It's the age-old saying,
Yeah.
no publicity is bad publicity, and it's
Yeah.
so true. The troubling thing was people DMing me shitty things. That's like they go
Yeah.
out of their way to find my page and or on my posts, but like DMs, I got like some shitty. There were very few, but I got some shitty like DMs. I'm like,
they, like,
this person
essays
was
or were
like,
they, like, short
you're
clips?"
a piece of shit, and your homie DJ. We all know that you and your homie DJ are frauds,
You're just
and
buddy-buddy.
Freddie should have won, and you're fucking, you'll never be. It's like, dude, like, whoa, bro, whoa, on Christmas, dude. One of these,
Wow.
one of the one that affected me the very most was on Christmas. I'm like, bro, you must have had like the like most
got coal. He was in a
coal in
bad
your
mood,
stocking,
yeah.
like Grinchy, like fuck, dude,
Ebenezer
on
Stooge type.
Christmas. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
hold on a second. So, like, you're like sitting around and enjoying Christmas, and you're like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just DM some hateful shit right now, and then just
How many
pulled
people do you
out-
think he DM'd?
You
Like,
what?
it couldn't have just been you. He's
Yeah,
DMing
he's
people
like
from
thinking
like Food
all the people that
Network,
have
and he's
ever,
like,
yeah,
Yeah, the person that won Iron Chef last is
Yeah.
like, fuck
you never
You
should have beat
should've-
Bobby Flay.
I
You're-
remade your food taste like dog shit.
Weirdly, I got addicted to. So a lot of people, Deanna knows this. We've talked about this before, I'm sure, on the podcast, or other people have talked about this. But there's definitely a PTSD that comes with going on Ink Master. I think it's mostly because they are kind of like isolating you from society. You're also like in a pressure cooker, and you're being tested like to the fullest extent, and like, you know, you're going through a lot of emotions. Whether it's like, am I going to be eliminated? Oh, my friend just got eliminated. You know, so there's a lot of PTSD things. And I think people are like, you didn't go to war. That's not like PTSD can be so many different things, right?
Yeah.
You can have PTSD from your parents grounding you too much. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's a very easy. So anyway, there's like a PTSD. So like one of my comfort things when I got done was I watched the Food Network, like all the time. Like that's all I wanted to watch was the Food Network.
Yes.
It was just a weirdly most comforting, like, I don't know. It was like it was kind of like the thing that I had just done, but so far away enough to where it wasn't like reminding me in a bad way.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like I don't know, it was an intro to back to like normal. And Lauren, I remember my partner Lauren. She was, I guess I can say fiance now after 11 years.
Or you
I
can
finally
just
asked her to marry me a year ago.
keep it
Anyway.
neutral, partner.
My
My
homie.
P. Yeah, so she was like very like, again, rightfully so, very like, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, I can't explain it. Like, and I would try to, but I'm like, it's like you had to kind of be there. But now she's like met and talked to and is friends with tons of people that have been on the show, and they're like, yeah, it's like you can't explain
Was
it.
it kind of like you're just like decompressing for a hot minute?
Yeah, I think
after?
so. I think it's just like you're just coming out of this like realm.
Yeah.
Because when I was there, I was very, very, very like in it. Me,
Sure.
Freddie, John, and Sydney hung out every single night without fail. I think
Yeah.
I don't think that there was one single day that we didn't hang out. Right, one single night. There would maybe have been a night where we were like, oh, we're gonna go to bed, but like we were always like in the vans together, always talk together, you know. And we were friends with everyone, but every night we had a couple drinks. We would like watch YouTube videos. We would joke around. We would tell stories. We'd play games.
Yeah, you gotta like preserve your humanity,
Right,
you know,
right,
not just
and-
become some TV machine.
Right. So, and then also they take away your phones during
Yeah.
the shooting and then give them back to you. But the thing is that I got so accustomed to like being here that I would like catch up on my phone, but I would just leave it in my room all the time. Things like that. Like I just like forgot about my phone. It was so sick.
Yeah.
So I think, but the other cast members would hang out with us. It was just like not as frequent.
Yeah.
They would go and talk to their families or catch up with them. I think the four of us were just so in it.
Yeah.
We were just like, we're here for this thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Fully
And
immersed.
Lauren is so fucking cool that like she just kind of let me be in this thing. She knew how important this thing was to me, to us, to everything, that she just kind of let me be in this thing. I would obviously talk to her. She's my best friend. So like, you know, I'd talk to her about like being in that reality and then going away. It feels like you got like,
Like you jumped
Adopted
universes.
out.
Yeah. Something weird.
it's like it was like your family for 2 months, and then now you're being adopted out, and you're just like, I don't know what to do because my family's gone. And not only that, but your family that you're building with this cast is slowly being plucked away from you, and it's a really big head
in
fuck.
like a tragic way.
Absolutely, and
Like-
honestly, for them even as well, I don't know what it's like. Myself, John, and Freddie don't know what it's like, and we're fortunate. Fuck, what are they doing today? I bet they're doing the coolest thing. Like, what am I missing out on? You know, it's just a lot of fucking weird, heady stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that like people are like, do they like do things to fuck with you? And I'm like, they don't need to.
yeah.
It already fucks with you. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's fucks with you, you know. So yeah, that post shooting was weird, and then winning, that was weird, and then you know I'll have like new people email me and stuff all the time, but I just can't get new clients in. I'm very lucky, very fortunate. But another thing that is a little newer is that I'm doing a lot more. Two things to note: I'm doing a lot more events. People are like wanting me to do tons of events, which is great. And again, I know it's fleeting, so I say yes to just about everything. And the other thing that's really, really fascinating to me, I talked to Colton about this, the absolute veil that gets lifted from fake fucking people. And what I mean by that is that when I won, everyone wanted to double down on our friendship. They wanted me to fucking be best friends with them.
Yeah.
They wanted to hang out. Dude, you should come do this thing.
Where was that a month ago? Yeah,
Where was that a
before.
month ago? And also when they realized that I wasn't going to be this fucking social media machine that was like, hey guys, this is Bobby from Meekmaster. Check out this tattoo. And then like it was like fucking a tattoo, and I'm posting tattoos and like check my shit out, and or I wasn't just like fluffing everything.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like, I didn't turn into this like personality that they're kind of like, oh, I can't, he's not like, the thing that I thought I was going to like. He wasn't going to be the stepping stool that I thought he was going to be for me. You know, there's just been like a good handful of people that you know, have came and went already, which is crazy because I have said this to you. The thing that I love about you and Deanna is that you've supported me and loved everything that I've done and wanted me involved in things years before Inkmaster, right? And even still and now, that's why I'm so down to do everything. I'm here for 2 weeks. Like I want to do everything, and it's like I wanted to post this on the internet, but I'm like, dude, if you like bet against me, that's just not a good bet.
Yeah.
We have tons of things planned, like tons of cool things planned, and actually I love it. I just wish more people would bet against me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it motivates me so much. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I just want to crush, dude. When I get this sort of response, I'm just like, okay,
Watch.
I guess I have to crush.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
maybe I'm not the person that I thought I was, and maybe I need to like up myself, you know, and it just
Yeah.
feels good almost, you know?
Yeah,
And
a little bit.
I'm glad that you can see that we treat you that way, because to both of us, especially Deanna, who's looked up to you for a decade, like you were already who you are before we even knew that you were going to be on Inkmaster, before you even won anything like that. And so when you won, it's like, oh, like our friend did something like really cool. But, and I can speak for Deanna, I think when I say this, like as far as like changing our perception of you to where we're like, oh, now we got to jump on the Bobby Johnson train, like virtually did nothing. Not because it's not a phenomenal accomplishment, but because like you're already
at the ceiling. You can't fucking.
yeah. So now like Inkmaster's like, oh, it's really cool, but in our heads nothing switched as far as like, oh, now we got to do this.
You're
stuff
already
with
the
Bobby.
dopest.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're already fucking
Well, that feels
Glendale Bully,
really
you
cool.
know. And another thing that I think is interesting about the whole thing, and it makes me so glad that you won, I feel like historically, Inkmaster has been kind of like a sect, a little bit separated from the tattoo community, to where like when I think of like the best tattooers in the world, like none of them were on Inkmaster, you know. I feel like that's changing a little bit. New judges, like I think Nico Hurtado being a judge on Inkmaster is fucking awesome, because like dude's never done Inkmaster. He might not be able to win Inkmaster, like he's just not that kind of artist where he does everything, but he is one of the best, most respected artists in
Knows
the
his
world.
shit.
So I think bringing on somebody like him, I think that did a lot for the show. And you're one of those people that I think are like, when I think of like best artists in the world, I'm like, yeah, Bobby Johnson, he's definitely on that list. And so I think you going on Inkmaster, the people that only watch Inkmaster maybe didn't know about you or like understand like how good you are, because like they're just kind of like
In the Inkmaster bubble.
yeah,
you know?
and
They're
a
just-
smaller bubble. And so to everybody that knows you, we're like, yeah,
Like that makes sense.
yeah, no shit, you won. Like you're Bobby Johnson, you know. But I think, and this is an argument that other people made when they're saying that you shouldn't have won. Like it shouldn't matter who you are, but that's not really what I'm talking about. Just because I'm not talking about like your notoriety, or your reputation. I'm just talking about you're a phenomenal fucking artist, solid fucking tattooer. Like you absolutely should be able to go and crush on Inkmaster. And that's why when you got on, I'm like, yeah, he won.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's like, yeah, he
it's
won.
just all that will. I don't think that will ever not be a crazy thing to be said.
I also think, and again, Inkmaster I feel like is changing with the new judges, new or cast members, stuff like that. I feel like when you got on though, like historically, like the people that have won Inkmaster are just like super clean tattooers as far as like solid lines, solid saturation. And I think your style, in addition to being incredibly artistic, moving, also lends itself to that. So like if Deanna goes on Inkmaster, I'm like, yeah, I think she should win. I can understand if she doesn't, because and just historically too, I feel like the judges have been just kind of looking for different things. So it was that combination of like you being the phenomenal artist that you are, and then also doing the style that you do. I'm like, dude, he's gonna win. He's got to.
Well, it's
Period.
real fucking cool to hear. It's really hard to hear. I take compliments the worst. Ugh, the worst. I feel like even when they would say good things about me on the show, I was like, maybe I shouldn't rub my eyes when I talk. When they said good things about me on the show, when I was getting judged, I would be very flattered. They would ask me what I thought, and I never ever thought that. I think the most positive thing that I ever said about any tattoo that I did was like, yeah, I think, there's a lot of things I would have changed, but like I think I'm proud of this tattoo. You know what I mean? That was like me being like, that's the equivalent of me saying that I'm the greatest tattooer in the world. You know what I mean? Because I don't ever let myself give myself compliments.
Yeah.
They would judge my tattoos, and then
you'd add on 100
I would
more
be
things
like, well,
in your
you
head.
missed all this
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
literally.
and then I would literally say, they would say, what do you think? Like, almost like saying, like, do you have anything to like?
You're like, you let me off clean.
You can combat this. Like, yeah. Why did you do all these mistakes? And I'm like, well, there's nothing you can say about my tattoos that I haven't already like destroyed myself about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's another, a reason why I'm so particular about like the work that I let into the world too.
Yeah.
It's also like insecurities and like the fact that I'm not the tattooer that I wish that I was.
I feel like though that's one of the things that makes you as good as you are, is that you are so critical of yourself, and it sucks because I'm sure it'd be way better to be just content. But I feel like because you're that way, like there's another level of excellence that you're chasing. We talked about it a little bit on the very first episode that you did too, but
Right.
I feel like that's what it takes to be like anywhere close to the best at what you do, especially something like subjective, like art.
Yeah.
I feel like the other thing about the Ink Master bubble, I was thinking about this earlier, is if you've only watched Ink Master, Freddie's style is like more novel to you because like not many other Ink Master artists have done that. But
and it's not a style challenge that is called out, like, oh, we want you to do American trad. Like, I don't even know exactly what the name of Freddie's style is.
I guess just
but
like,
it's not called out so the Ink Master crowd doesn't see it because there's no challenge for that thing, so it's new.
I guess just like mixed style, but and Freddie's a phenomenal artist, so I'm not taking anything away from them.
For
But
sure.
I think
For
all
sure.
the people that were like, oh, he's doing stuff that people have never done before, like he's revolutionary. I'm like, yeah, what he's doing is amazing, but like there are other phenomenal artists out there that are doing similar stuff, like Pablo Frias, Dave Paulo, Daria Pyrojenko, that are like doing that kind of same vein of thing, and like the Ink Master crowd like hasn't really seen that before, so they think, oh, this is like new, this is the shit. But
But I will say I totally follow, and I do think that like the Ink Master fandom definitely doesn't have like the as broad of a reach as like we do, but I'm almost positive Freddie has told me the what you're saying. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm not the only person that does this style.
Yeah, but it is also still that genre, even though there are more that we will know about, like the genre is still so small, you're not going to walk into Kroger and see someone who's doing something like Freddie's doing.
Right.
You know what
right,
I mean?
right,
and I think
right.
that's what blows people's brain, because they're like, I don't see this out in public. I haven't seen it on Ink Master. This is brand new art.
yeah,
you know?
because it is.
Yeah. Even
it's
though
unique, but it's not
yes.
like completely novel.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, I would say the thing that's different, the most unique thing about Freddie. I mean, fuck, Freddie as a whole is super unique, but like that's just it.
Cool.
Is like the most unique thing about Freddie is like my artwork is like I have to dig it up. I have to fucking dig for it and find it, and like that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie's just like,
it's like
there it is,
sweats
and
out
and it's
beautiful
perfect.
artwork.
And it's like
Yeah.
it's not perfect, and that's what he loves about it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what makes it fucking
Dope.
Freddie. And I think
Yeah.
that's like the one thing that I love about Freddie personally, and but I do follow what you're saying, and he is aware of that. He's aware that he's not the only person doing like whatever. But that also doesn't make you wrong in that, like, yeah, the Ink Master crowd doesn't know that.
Yeah.
You know, they just see this like very unique human being. Just, I mean, being himself, and they're like, "Fuck, that's the guy," you know. But anyway,
Yeah.
I guess the thing is, like, it's like a bunch of people have told me. You've probably told me this. It's like, well, you won, so it's like doesn't matter.
Yeah.
None of that
Yeah,
matters.
right,
Like,
right,
it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it still doesn't change the fact that it hurts. You know what I mean?
That's got to be
Totally.
such the brain fuck. Like when because you're back there telling Freddie, and you're like, "Yo, bro, like we all know you got this," you know. And then you hear it, and then you're both like, oddly, you're in shock because you're like, "Well, hold on, that's not what I expected. Let me process this." And then also you're like, "Oh fuck," because I know you give a shit about people. And you're like, "Oh fuck, Freddie, how's he doing?" You know. And then you're like, "Oh, am I excited?" Like, it's got to be so many fast processing emotions. I think I would melt, right?
So, yeah, absolutely. So I've actually just, like, you just reminded me of, like, the win, us recording the win. They're voting. The 5 guest judges are voting. And Shane votes for me. And I'm like, whoa. And then, I can't remember the order. Maybe it was like Bubba. I think it was Bubba. Then Bubba votes for me, and I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I'll be okay. Like, I got a couple votes, you know? And then, I think it was Josh or Bubba. So it's Shane, Bubba, Josh, then Josh votes for me. And I think we're mic'd up. And you know, at the end of being mic'd up for 12 to 16, 18 hours a day, you fucking know you're mic'd up.
Yeah.
I audibly, knowing that I was mic'd up, but not wanting the mic to catch it, I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, like out loud to myself. I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? You know what I mean? And then I'm like, I think literally, like, they probably have clips of me just going like, whoa,
Yeah.
thank you. And like, then all of them vote for me, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? Like, in my head, I'm like, I'm looking at Freddie, and he's like, oh, well, he's like stressing, you know? And then DJ votes for me, I think. Then Ryan votes for Freddie. Mm-hmm. Then Nico votes for Freddie, and I'm like, okay, perfect. We're back to where we wanted to be. Joel will vote for Freddie, and it will go exactly how it was supposed to have gone. Everyone will be on the edge of their seats, and today's going to go perfectly. Mm-hmm. And then I'm hearing Joel's spiel, and I'm like, this isn't going the way I thought it was going to go. And then I'm like in slow motion, and he's like, and that's why I'm gonna, and I'm knowing what's happening, vote for Bobby. And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Because, like, it literally, dude, even to the very last vote, did not feel to me ever like I was going to win.
And then it's like time snaps back, and everything's so loud around you.
And everyone's
like,
trying to, like, and I'm just like, whoa, and everyone's surrounding me, and they're like, dude, congrats. And I'm just like, in a fucking absolute daze. Because I am so confused. I'm so, like, lost. I'm like, I even told Freddie, because I had it planned. I had a whole thing. I was like, he's going to win, and I'm going to hug him. Yeah. I'm going to give him the biggest hug ever. But I won.
Nothing
and
planned
I was
there.
I felt so sad for him that I couldn't turn towards him and see his sadness. Mm-hmm. And then we hug later. The next day, or actually same day, we had to go and do... so we got done shooting at like 5:30, 6 in the morning. We were there from, I think, 11 a.m. through the night till 6 in the morning. And then we got some sleep, and then we went to the studio to do some, like, post stuff. And I saw him at the elevator, and I was like, immediately, I was like, if I left you alone, I am so sorry. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, if I left you alone on the stage, I am so sorry. I was so sad that you didn't win, and I didn't want to face you and whatever, right? And these are the things I'm feeling, not yes, I fucking did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I finally
totally.
conquered this thing. It was
Yeah.
like, it was just,
Suck on it.
yeah. And then to like, then fast forward to like people being like, fuck you, you shouldn't have won, and you
Yeah.
shouldn't have won. It's like
You were doing things
validating
behind
all
the
the
curtain to
feelings.
make it happen, and you're
Right.
like,
Not
no,
only
literally not.
validating the feelings that I
Yeah.
did have, but me being like, what person did you watch win?
Yeah.
Because my
Yeah.
reaction is very underwhelming. I even
Yeah.
apologized to
like the
Andrea, the
producers.
showrunner, and the creator of Ingmaster. I was like, this was like, 10, 15 minutes
Yeah.
after. I was like, I'm so sorry that my reaction wasn't.
Yeah, I kind of blacked
She's
out.
like, no,
for
it's
a
all
second.
good. We'll
Yeah.
we'll
Edit it up.
we'll make it look
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
did. And I would love to be on the show again. I don't know that they'll ever have me on the show again. I don't know, but I don't want that to be my whole existence.
Yeah.
But I do want to note that my daughter actually told me this yesterday. She said, everyone watches the show, and then they watch the finale, and they go, oh my gosh, Parker, that's my daughter's name, Parker, you made me cry. Because, like, and people have told me, like, not even having met her, like, oh, your daughter made me cry so much. Because she just, like, killed that little, like,
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, I
just,
remember.
like, Parker, all the families just, like, crushed. And that was, like, the cherry on top of, like, the emotional, everyone in the room was crying.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy. But we want to talk about Taylor for a little while.
Hi guys! I'm super excited to announce that I'm going to be doing my very first 2-day hands-on seminar, 22nd and 23rd of September here at Eden in Dallas. The first day, I'm going to be doing a presentation that covers a bunch of things. To start, we're going to be going over design, flow, anatomy, and contrast. I'm going to be going over the technique that I use when layering in graphite and how that translates to layering and tattooing as well. We're going to be going over the basic sphere, shadow types, defined planes and halftones, creating shapes, the value and the lightest and darkest points, layering, edges and line, and perspective laws. After that, I'm going to be doing a live figure demonstration in graphite that you guys can all follow along with. At the start of day 2, we're going to do a group critique over the drawings that everyone did on day 1, and then we're going to apply everything we learned onto pigskin. All in all, the main goal of this seminar is to make your reference photos and your tattoos look more like fine art. Read the caption for more info.
Okay, so I would say that you do a super popular style of tattooing, right? A lot of
I
people
would-
do it,
Yeah.
right? And I would argue that because when you're doing, and this is another reason that I pulled back so much of my current work from the internet, because so many people are doing what they call neo-traditional. I don't like myself called neo-traditional. If you know me, you know that. So I've pulled myself away because I don't want to be doing the same stuff that all the other people are doing, right? It's very hard to stand out.
Yeah.
To me, in the last, like, year, maybe longer, and even more recently, your shit has been popping out to me so much. I've talked
up.
to Colton about it. I've talked to Deanna about it.
Shut up.
And I know that I'm like, oh, this is crazy. And I'm like, this is GAT level 10 and stuff like that,
yeah,
whatever.
Oh my
But, like,
W's.
You know,
yeah, W's in the chat. Like, but it's because I actually, it's not because, like, you and I instantly
we
became
talked about at
friends.
the symposium last year, and you were like, oh, when someone gives you so many compliments and it kind of goes on that meter, and you get to about here, and then you feel like, okay, this is a little, I feel, what are you saying to me anymore? It's starting to feel,
Yeah.
I feel like, oh God, and I feel, so you'll like comment, and you're like, you just said T-Dog, T-Lord, T-Fuck, and you're like, all of these fire
Fuck, this
emojis,
chat
and
is
I'm like,
sick.
I'm glitching, like, I don't know what's happening.
No, it's like even just like, and it
means a lot. It
Me
means a
having done a
lot
lot of
coming from you.
tattoos, I've done a lot of tattoos. I've been around.
Yeah.
I'm kind of old.
Oh, God.
It is so much harder to get that effect, that fucking whoa, this tattoo is crazy, when you're only using black and gray.
Yeah.
And or skin, like in your case.
Yeah.
But you just know how to fucking crush that.
Dude, shit.
Like the one that I think I commented that on.
Yeah.
Was it like a figure
which
and
one
then
that
some
one was.
flowers?
Oh yeah, the winged victory one.
Yeah. And I just like the whole thing was sick. And then this is what kills me about other tattooers is they're like, she needs a flower in her hair, and then they just go boop, and it's a flower,
and
right?
it's like little tiny, and it doesn't even go. With
yeah,
it.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
You did this sick figure, and then the flowers are also fucking magnificent, and that to me is powerful. Like when
we're not skimping.
You know, yeah, you're
in
not.
Bobby's
yeah.
words, we cut the
no,
bullshit.
No
Yeah.
corner cutting over here. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah.
if you're gonna put it in the tattoo, make it fucking matter, and you do that. And I just needed to tell you that, and I'm
Dude, shit.
more than because we haven't seen each other on this trip yet.
No. When did
I
you get
saw
in?
you walk in the door. We walked in the door. You and Mom are fucking
Like-
so excited about this house. Then we start recording the
Yeah.
podcast, and
We haven't
now I'm
caught
getting
up.
to tell you. And this is like
Yeah.
the perfect way to tell you, but
Oh,
like
God.
I wanted to tell you that in person
Feeling
because
hot.
yeah, man, you have been fucking
Dude.
lording these tats. Okay, had to say that.
Shucks.
Had to get that out
Fuck
of here.
yeah,
Oh
dude.
my God.
Yeah.
Well,
You deserve
thank
it.
you.
It's
that means a
fucking-
lot. I've been
Killing.
really trying.
Also,
I don't even know what to say. I just
Taylor and I have a very, I wouldn't call it strange relationship, but like, we just immediately were like,
it is
oh fuck, and then we're like in this like tornado of
we'll
friendship.
like talk for at again 100 miles an hour all around a circle, and then we'll try to bring someone in, and the look on their face is always just confusion. Like, are you
What
are you
guys
talking to me?
saying
Like, am
right
I?
now?
Did you just ask me a question? I'm just here for the show.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. They're just like, I remember Lauren. I don't think Lauren had met you yet, or maybe she had met you.
God, I
like,
love Lauren.
A split. Yeah, she's the best.
She's the
Uh,
best.
Sorry, she is
She
the best.
is.
But she definitely hadn't seen us together. And then I think it was Las Vegas. It was Las Vegas, and we saw each other and we're like, oh shit. And we
Yeah.
like on the spot made up like a
Made up
best
a
friend
sick-ass
handshake thing. And
handshake.
she was like, wait, what the fuck
Like,
is
you
happening? I was
rehearsed
like,
that?
we just
We were
do
born
that.
with
I don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so everyone, this is my friend Taylor.
This is Bobby. This is Colton.
Yeah.
Colton's
Well,
watching
Colton,
the
I'm
tennis
the
match.
person that's coming into the conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
cannot
actually
do this.
gonna say this earlier when you were like, yeah, when you and I get going, it's fucked. And we
Yeah.
actually kind of sampled that because I was like, uh-oh, we're doing the same thing to Taylor's that we did to Deanna.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking, like, on the way here, all of our silly little dumb ADD brains is just going to be like, "Dit-dit-dit-dit-dit-dit." I'm like, we're going to need a guideline. But I feel like we did good letting each other talk.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
totally.
I
Yeah.
was being
Yeah.
super mindful of it because there were so many times where I was like,
And that's
Let
what I
him finish his
yeah.
sentence,
That's me in
you
a regular
know?
conversation. Just like,
yeah.
I am so sorry that I interrupted you, but also I'm going to continue the sentence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Dude, okay. I need to say this thing. I'm going to forget it. Will you remind me about our ride home from the airport?
God, I want to know about it now.
Later?
Okay, I will, but I wanted to tell you guys this video that I saw. It was this
Okay.
comedian, and they're so funny, and they were like, people all the time are like, why did you interrupt me? And I'm like, are you kidding? The shit you were
Yeah.
saying was boring. She was like, in my house when I grew up, you couldn't get away with that shit. We would cut you off and be like, you're gonna have to step it up. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so accurate, bro. Like, that's my existence. I'm like, not that like me interrupting you is like me purposely
No, I just get,
telling you
like,
that
so
like what you're saying is
excited.
boring. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
have something to say.
Like,
You know
hold
what I
on,
mean?
before I forget this thought. Like,
Oh, people are gonna
It
love
has to
this
come out,
part
or
of,
else
of the podcast. They're gonna be like,
gone
oh
to the
my
void.
god.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, back to the airport. So you were like,
Yeah.
when we get going, right? And I was like, well, the missed opportunity that is absolutely true. Like to the fullest extent. Even when we're in the car on the way here, we're just like dying because like we're watching videos and like whatever. And so, but I love that you are exactly like me. If like people are like having a good time, I'm just like having a good fucking time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All you got to do is smile.
Yeah, yes, that's how my dad is. I used to get like, he would just get mad, and the
Yeah.
only thing you had to do was just start laughing at him being angry,
Yeah.
and he'd just start laughing, and he'd try.
100%.
I just talked to him about this last weekend. He
Yes.
would like laugh, but he'd like try and stay angry. He's like, nah, shut up, but like he's laughing, and it was like, I was like, I told him like 2 weekends ago, I'm like, I'm so lucky that you weren't my only parent, because I would have ran through you. Like, I would have gotten away with everything because, like, my mom and dad have never been together a day in my life. I was a fling baby. But, and thankfully, because, again, like I said, I would have just ran through my dad and he would have just, like, let me get away with everything. But back to us
Airport?
You know,
the ride
in
home.
9
Yeah.
years, when people have had enough of listening to me on this podcast, and I'm on for a 4th time, we're going to send someone else to pick me up from the airport. We aren't going to talk or text for the 2 days before that. So then we're just like, Colton,
Yeah.
And then we burst with like that energy we had from the fucking airport, because it was like, we like take this long ride from DFW all the way to your. Well, we first stop and get Whataburger, Texas
Nice.
Classic,
Got
and
it.
then we get to your house. We are up for quite a bit. Then we
I know,
eat.
we were
Then
up
we're up
till,
for
like-
more, and I'm like, it's this late. Like I don't even feel like.
Yeah.
Your brain
I'm
is
too
like
hyper
tingling.
right now,
I just
like-
want to. Yeah, you got the zoomies, and you
Yeah.
just need to get out all of your words for the day.
And literally earlier that day, you called me to talk about several.
Oh yeah.
And we were on the phone for like 40 minutes.
Dude,
Yeah. That was that day.
Yeah,
That was
That was the
earlier in
same
the
That
day.
was
day?
yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, when we get on the phone together, like if I'm on a time limit, I'm like, Bobby,
Yeah, he's like, dude, I gotta
I
work.
gotta go.
But
in
seriously though, I have
15
to work.
minutes. Yeah. And last night, like I would have kept talking, but I was like, it's 2 a.m. We got a packed day tomorrow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
gotta go.
Yeah.
You also will say, I'll call you in a minute, but for real, like I literally only have, like you'll limit me so that it's like we can only talk for
Yeah.
like, and I think you'll give me 5 minutes, so we'll only talk for 15,
Yeah.
which is very generous.
We
of you.
start. We'll come in. We'll say our quick whip or whatever it is we need, because we'll start blah 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 about whatever. And so I'll come in. I called you the other day, and I was like, okay, I got 2 things. Da da da. I go, well, bye.
Yeah.
Hang up, because otherwise we'll just be like da la 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 and just keep going.
She'll like come into my office on a break and then accidentally like we'll talk for like 20, 30 minutes. And then she'll be like, all right,
Like
I gotta go
do my job.
now."
Yeah. Like I'm just taking a quick little bathroom break. An hour and a half later.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
why
really
I can't
that
take,
long, but
I have to. I've like really dialed back like breaking from tattooing because
I have to
I'm
set
a
limits.
mess.
yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. And now my limits, the time is just accidentally getting longer, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go crank for a bit.
Yeah.
You know, headphones on, zone out everything.
Well, do you want to tell people what we were doing last night when we got back from Whataburger?
Unpacking
Yeah,
yogurt from
yeah,
the
yeah,
bag.
yeah. So I actually love this because I've done a couple teasers, and then I unveiled, I guess, publicly Juliet on this podcast last episode.
And
Boom.
you said by the time this episode comes out, everyone will know what it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
6 months ago.
and no one knew what it was.
Everyone was like,
But,
what does he, what does it mean?
Several is the clothing brand that I'm doing, and I obviously had to switch it from Juliet. It's a long story, but we were going like I brought a bunch of products, and I brought like Colton a bunch of stuff, and we were just kind of looking over it. I was trying to get his feel. He seemed very excited about it.
I was very
Got
excited
me very
about it.
excited about
Yeah.
it.
Feeling
I'm
pumped.
very excited about it now. I can't wait to show
Yeah.
everyone in this room the stuff, the product. But yeah, several's.
And I told you this last night, and I told Deanna this in the car in the morning about several. I feel like my reaction to you when you do things is kind of like tattooing. It's like when Deanna does an amazing tattoo. Like, I'm not like numb to it, but also I've seen it so many times. I'm just like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, obviously,
Yeah, of course she
like
killed
she's
it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way with you, and it doesn't happen very often where you do, because my expectations of what you do are already so high. It doesn't happen very often where you also surpass that, and I'm like surprised, like how fucking good it is, just because
Yeah.
that's your baseline is like up
Yeah.
here. So like last night when you unwrapped all the stuff and you're showing me the packaging and the Easter eggs and all the fucking options and color. This is a several shirt, by the way, dude. This is embroidered. Isn't this the fucking
Fire.
sickest shit?
This is several's.
Dude, it's so sick.
I
So-
had a creeping feeling when you two walked in, and I was like, I think I know what's happening here.
So, literally everything about it. You thought out every single detail, and
Yeah.
we talk a lot. And you haven't really been talking about it for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
We talked about the name change, and that was about it. So, when I saw everything that you'd done, and also it was like a surprise to me, I was like blown away, dude.
Yeah. I remember after symposium when everyone came over to the house or whatever, and I was sitting like on the little fireplace just watching you and Kev talk.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You're like, oh, and this and that, and I'm sitting here like a freaking kid in a candy shop just watching this conversation go down, and your excitement over it, and him getting all gassed up about. I was like, I want to see this so bad. Like I knew.
Yeah,
it was gonna
Kev
be-
is-
I want to see it so bad.
Yeah.
Still,
One of the best humans, side note.
Yeah.
truly
And
the best.
so I think I mentioned this exact line on the last podcast, but it's not a merch line. It's like
Yeah.
Right.
a legit like clothing brand.
Line.
Right.
And you said something last night, like, oh, I don't want people to think like, oh, it's like I want to buy Bobby's merch, and like never once in my head have I like associated those words.
Yeah, it's
where I'm
not like
oh,
you've
this
got
is
your
Bobby's merch
face
line.
printed out on the
Yeah.
back or something.
Yeah, or it
Right,
says,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
Glendale Bully, or has like even like your
Yeah.
tattoos or whatever. It's just like something. I mean, obviously it's very you, but it's
It's something that you would wear not just because you know the person, but because you think it's fucking dope.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I wanted. Okay, so
I talk about it like I've already seen it.
I've
got a picture in my brain.
yeah, no, it's
so
so fucking
I
dope.
really my goal is I have a lot to say about what you said. I feel like okay, so first of all, I want Juliet was a very it was like a mini masterclass for me specifically. Taught me a ton of lessons, taught me a ton of what to do's, what not to do's, where to go, where not to go. It also taught me a very valuable lesson of don't gas something up that doesn't exist, and don't. I guess the best way to put it would be like, don't talk about it, be about it, right? And
Yeah,
that's as cliche as that sounds, but like I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this as serious to the full extent, and I was trying to rush on Juliet, and honestly, I will admit there's a couple things in several that are a little rushed, at least at the beginning, but then I finally got like patience, and I was like, you know what, it's gonna happen when it happens. The Ink Master thing, bubble has come and gone. I'm gonna build this brand. I don't want to build this brand off of some fainting fandom. I want to build a fucking brand. And the goal was you actually said, you know, people will buy like people's merch
Yeah.
because they like
Because it's Bobby.
you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they like you, right? I want people to want to
Pick it out of a clothing line and be like, this is the shit.
Right. I didn't and do not want people to have the expectation that is, oh man, Jerry just dropped a shirt and I love Jerry's tattoos, so I'm gonna get Jerry's
Yeah.
shirt because I
Fucking
love Jerry.
dude. That dude's fucking.
He's fire.
Well, but my point is, like, I want people to eventually be like, oh fuck, he owns several? Like, he owns
Yeah.
X brand? And the name changes has been interesting because so anyway, I want people to buy
It's
a
like being
product.
respected in two different. It's kind of like I remember before I got really into tats. I was super into like makeup and would do like weddings and all that. I had no idea that Kat Von D was a tattooer, and I was like sold on her makeup line, and I was like, this is the
Whoa.
fucking shit right here. And then fast forward a couple years,
That's what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
and I'm
yeah.
like, wait, hold on, she tattoos? Wait, she's like a big name I'm like,
She was
what
on
the
TV?
Yeah.
She's like one of the biggest
Literally
tattooers? Yeah.
blew my brain, and I feel like that's what the clothing line could be, is the people who are in the clothing industry are like, oh yeah, this is the shit, you know, and then maybe years later one of them decides to tattoo and they're like, wait, hold on, what?
Yeah,
Bobby
well,
tattoos?
yeah,
Like, he was on TV?
Exactly. I don't know that my expectations are that is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Are that high? I mean, I also like to be a little more grounded. But yes, thank you.
We're just here to gas.
But yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like if somebody buys a shirt because they're like, oh, Bobby dropped some shit, I want to try it out. That looks cool. I want them to get it and go, oh fuck, this is like legit.
Yeah.
That's why I was very careful and meticulous about everything. A, and then B, I want the quality of the shirt itself. Without anything on it, I want you to go, fuck, dude, I'd buy blanks of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd buy this without anything
and I
on
would,
it.
Yeah.
1,000,000%. The stuff that you showed me
Can I
last
touch
night.
it?
Yeah. They're like really nice and heavy.
That's good.
They're-
This is just
Is
a
that
several
cotton?
ad
100%?
now. But
Yeah. What? Yeah.
100% cotton?
Yeah.
so
Fucking knew it.
so last night, when you're showing me all the stuff, and even like earlier when you're like, yeah, like some things are rushed, and like last night you're like workshopping names of colors with me, like beyond like blue. You're like, oh, I need a name for this,
Dory.
and I think that's just an example of,
Care.
yeah, just how much fucking work
Obsession.
that obsession, passion, whatever you want to call it, that you're that meticulous about it to where you come out with this awesome thing, you do this fucking awesome tattoo, and you're like, oh, but it's not ready, or I'm
Dude,
picking it
yeah.
apart, I don't want to show people, and I'm like, are you, like, to anybody else, it'd be like,
Yeah.
this is the fucking shit.
Yeah, no one sees it through all of the stages more related to tattoos because that's what I know.
Yeah,
but no one
yeah,
sees
yeah,
it in the
yeah.
middle stages where you're like, oh, no, I gotta tighten this up, you
Yeah,
know. And then
yeah.
you see that one line that might be slightly off, but you got the whole picture, and no one's looking at it. They're like, oh fuck, that whole thing, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, but that. I had to adjust the tones here because this was a little messed up, and so you see those little tiny things
Yeah.
into the average. You're like, fuck,
Yeah.
man, like okay.
Yeah. I
Go off.
don't even know. I guess I don't even see that. I don't even think of that as a thing with the name thing because I was just like, oh yeah,
Obviously.
these are going to be. And then there's, I don't want to spoil too many of them, but there's Easter eggs hidden in, and there are different variations of Easter eggs hidden in the brand, which I think is a great touch. I also actually forgot to tell you that all the shirts do have one Easter egg in common.
In common.
And you know what? People can know on this
They
podcast
all
because it
have
makes fun.
sleeves.
The easiest Easter egg is that the tag itself has a 01 on it. It says several, and then there's 01. It's because it's the first drop. So
fucking
Yeah.
cool.
so
That's
every drop will have its own number, so that you will be able to identify when you got
That's dope.
anything from it.
Yeah.
So if you have let's just imagine here for a second
dream
that I
a
get to
little.
drop 10 or 11, which would be sick.
Yeah.
I know this sounds crazy because this isn't how a small business should think or an entrepreneur should think, but that would be incredible if I could do 10 successful drops. But somebody has 01 stuff, that to me is a
Yeah.
flex.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I got
for
a
Oh,
one.
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
You know what
For
I mean?
sure.
Oh, you got the X? Because it'll probably be X because that's a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be like iPhone and skip a couple numbers.
Yeah.
But,
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh, dude, I got the 12S
Yo, can
drop.
Apple pay us for all the fucking ad space they're taking
dude,
up
yeah.
in this podcast?
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's one of them. That's a surface level Easter egg. Yeah, all the tags
We're
have
coming.
the 01, so 01, so you can
Keep track
Yeah.
in case you ever get really bad
But
at
they-
counting.
one. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
It says it on the tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sick, dude.
So sick.
I'm excited. I'm excited to show you guys.
I'm
I'm
excited.
very excited. Obviously, you as well.
It's
I
fine. I'll
guess
just keep
and
waiting.
you,
Just keep gassing it up.
Oh, you know what? I did want to touch on the name because IP is a tricky thing, and one of the reasons that I had to change the Juliet name is because intellectual property is a very, very fickle and crazy world,
Yeah.
and not only one of my lessons was in IP, but it was also in the fact that Juliet in itself was people connected to it immediately. It was, and then that's why I picked the name, is because it was romantic right off the rip,
Yeah.
and was like, what is Juliet? This could be anything. Then I started branding it, and I started doing 2 or 3 drops ahead to brand it, and I was like, man, I really can't get out of this Renaissance-y vibe. I can't escape this Renaissance-y vibe. And so I was workshopping a trillion different names, and everything was either taken or used. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with something that's isn't pointed at all. Several fell into my lap, and people were like, oh, several. Oh, I don't get it. And I'm like, well, I love that you don't get it because
Yeah.
it's for people who get it. and people are either going to get it or they won't. And it's less about the name and more about like the vibe. And like, that's another reason I'm very excited to show Ian and Lexi, because of like, I want to pick their brains on like content creation, and also you for sure. Of course you.
Just a fucking fly on the
I thought that
wall.
was a given. Well, just for content creation and like
Yeah,
see
I'm
like what
playing.
the angle is, and if they have any ideas. But I want it to be more of a feeling. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And also there is the little tagline. I'm giving away some of the semi Easter eggs, but like burn bridges. You and I talked about this last night. I wanted several to be like an umbrella sort of maybe company where it like can do these other things, but also the fact that like there's several different ways to look at everything.
Yeah.
And also, I wasn't going to be a slave to a name. If several didn't work out, I'm like, I'll pivot. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna make this happen, right? But burn bridges, for example, is always taken as like a negative thing, right? It's like, oh, you burnt that bridge, or oh, you're always burning bridges. And to me, in my life, when I've burnt bridges to the fucking ground, it has been the best thing to ever happen to me, because it's not always a negative thing. It can be a positive thing where you cut things out of your life that are unnecessary or toxic or like not serving you, right? And there's that saying that's like, may the bridges I burn light my way. And that's why several is tied into burn bridges, because there's always several different ways to look at everything.
Yeah.
And burning bridges to me is a positive and not a negative.
Again, you really thought of everything, and more than everything, you thought about stuff
Not just
that
a
other
cool
people would
name.
never
You're like,
think
what
of.
is the meaning behind this name? Why am like
Yeah.
way more than just
Yeah.
like surface level.
But at the same time, like you said, you're not married to it. Like you would have done the same thing with
yeah.
any
Yeah.
other name or
Yeah, I'm
whatever.
very, very, very. And the other thing too that's so cool about doing anything and doing it more and more is that I went through all the long process of doing Juliet and all this other stuff, and then now I've gone through the process of, and you saw Juliet at its peak. You saw like all of the samples, you saw everything, right? And now you're seeing several at its like, it's ready to fucking launch. All I need is content, you know what I mean? And it's fucking, and the contrast, right? So I've learned that much more.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool. I'll just, I got to go to this next thing. I'll go to this next thing. I've got the knowledge now.
Yeah,
you know
let
what
it
I mean?
rip. For
yeah.
sure.
And the only thing that it could possibly do is get better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I work for it, you know? But
Yeah.
anyway,
So fucking stoked.
there's always several different ways to do everything.
Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on again.
Yeah.
I wonder how many episodes we'll do together.
Probably
Several.
As many
1
drops as several
trillion,
has.
I
Dude,
think.
we'll do X episodes together.
X episodes.
But dude, thank you so much for coming on again. It's nice to be able
You're
to.
welcome.
Yeah, and thanks also Taylor for coming on. I was getting to that. But we've been talking about the Ink Master win for 6 months now, so I feel like it was something that we needed to do, is just talk to the
Yeah,
Talk
good to
about
get it
it
out.
to the world,
I've
too.
obviously, in personal phone calls and conversations, said all of this to you.
Yeah.
But whatever.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's still fun.
It's really
Yeah, sick.
nailing it in.
I will do this podcast 1 trillion times if I have to.
I will do this podcast every hour
Several
on
times.
the hour
Yeah.
until our demands are met. Also thank you, Taylor, for coming on the podcast.
Best co-host
pleasure.
I could
Deanna.
think of. I think we were like, you were like, yo, so Deanna's not going to be there. And then I think we were both like, I think Taylor would be sick.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't think of anyone more perfect.
I've been sweating this whole time. That's how excited I've been.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for
Sick.
tuning in.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Are you a master at using a 3-round liner? Or do small needle groupings and details scare the shit out of you? Either way, we've got a great seminar for you. We'll be having Dimitri Troshin for a hands-on seminar here at Eden, October 13th and 14th. Dimitri pioneered the 3-round liner only movement, and he's a very frequent mentor and teacher. This seminar is going to be 2 full days. First day, he'll explain how he does his tattoo design and stencil process. He'll go over some principles of academic drawing that can directly apply to your tattoo techniques. He'll also go over how he takes great pictures and edits them quickly. Finally, you'll warm up for day 2 by doing some practice exercises on fake skin. The second day, Dimitri will critique some of your tattoos and discuss how you can improve them moving forward. You'll then watch Dimitri tattoo on fake skin while you tattoo the same design. He'll walk around to each of you and help guide you through the process step by step. At the end of the day, you'll also get some homework so you can continue practicing and working on your skills. Now, Bishop Rotary is also going to be providing the same materials Dimitri uses every single day. So you'll get the chance to practice with the exact same equipment Dimitri uses. At the end of the seminar, you'll also have the opportunity to purchase the machine and needles at a discount. Whether you're looking to perfect your 3-round liner technique or just looking for another skill set to add to your tool belt with a fresh approach, this seminar is for you. It's going to be an incredible investment to your tattoo career. Now, we do limit the spots in these seminars so each person has as much one-on-one time with Dimitri as possible. Spots are first come, first serve, so don't wait. Again, it's going to be Sunday and Monday, October 13th and 14th here at Eden in Dallas. Visit EdenBodyArtStudios.com/edu to get all the information and book your ticket.